All right. So today's the last live of 2022. That's so crazy. I can't believe we're already 4 days away from the very last moments of the year 2022. It's absolutely nuts. Since last week, it's been pretty filled with just spending as much time with my kids as I can. They're on vacation this week, which is pretty good. I have an even more of a modified schedule due to that. That's the beauty of working for yourself. I was able to pack all of my clients into 2 days, other than this live today and a meeting with my coaches after. I don't have anything going on. So I have half a day tomorrow, a very long day on Thursday, and then I'm off Friday through Monday. So not so bad. Again, that's the beauty of working for yourself. For those of you who celebrate the holidays that just passed, any and all of them, there may be some holidays that are still taking place. I'm not sure. I'm not holiday informed for all around the world, but if you celebrated any of the holidays that have passed or are going on in the month of December, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you created some pretty amazing memories, and I hope, oh, I gotta plug my phone in, and I hope that we're able to finish, I hope that you're able to finish this year strong. For those of you who were on the live last week, you may remember I said that I was going to finish this year going pretty deep, and I came across something and it gave me a really good topic for discussion today. I'm a very big proponent on, I'll share a little bit about my story, and then I'll share why I started doing what I'm doing. I live in a house, but it's not mine, and I will have to find my own place very soon. Not very soon, but in the near future. So that's a little unsettling because 10 years ago, I set out to accomplish a lot, and 10 years later, I'm still sitting basically in the same shoes I was in 10 years ago, if not maybe a little bit worse shoes. Circumstances of my own choosing, circumstances out of my control. The circumstances of my own choosing was I have been able to be the mom that I want to be and not have my kids wonder why mom's not showing up to things, why mom isn't making breakfast, why mom isn't here for dinner. I didn't have to do any of those things. To be standing in the shoes that I'm standing in right now, I'm okay with. Do I wish I had my own place right now? Yes, I do. So when I moved into the situation that I'm living in now, it was a different house. That house was sold. It was a house that my husband and I had purchased together. We sold that house, moved into a nicer house, nicer neighborhood, moved out of the city, moved into a town. House has a beautiful pool, has beautiful conservation land in the back. We have deer, we have all sorts of wildlife, bear and bobcat, and there's been moose in the area, stuff like that. So it's a beautiful neighborhood, beautiful place to live, 24/7, get my kids. But when I moved, I got rid of basically everything with the exception of the important mementos, videos, pictures, all that stuff. I am a fan of living simple. And by simple, what I mean is not having a lot of clutter. I think external clutter creates internal clutter. Internal clutter creates external clutter. So what I mean by that was when your mind is too busy and filled with all sorts of like thoughts or ideas or roads you want to go down or things you want to try, that's internal clutter. And your external world tends to mimic your internal world. So I have one room. It's my bedroom/office. This is the office part of my room. Like 3 steps on the other side of what you can't see is my bedroom. So my bed and stuff like that. So my space is small. And through the years, kids and I have done things. We've collected things, different trinkets and stuff. Like, for instance, when I went on a recent trip, I brought back some sand and brought back some shells. And I had this little mason jar. You can see it's pretty small. And I wanted the few shells that I brought back to sit at the top. So I super glued. I put a whole bunch of super glue and I glued the shells inside and bought this that I'm going to hot glue on top, and it's going to be a candle holder. So things like this are memorable. Didn't cost me any money. Collected a little bit of sand from the beach. Brought home that memory with me. Brought home some shells, which are really cool. I love the ocean. But those little things add up. And when you have a little space, you run out of space to put things. And then you have to move a ton of stuff to clean, blah, blah. So I've been decluttering my bedroom and not really throwing things away because there are things that I want, and that when I have my own place and have places to put it, I'll have bigger spaces to put it. But I came across something and I figured it was a really good way to end our year together through these lives and learning from my mistakes. So as I was going through things, I found that a letter that I wrote to myself. Says do not open until June of 2022. I didn't even remember writing this. It was sealed. I wrote failed on the front because I failed to meet all of the goals that I set for myself. And I'll tell you why I failed and why 2023 will be very different for me. And I'm hoping that sharing this will help you as well. So I wrote this on July 20th, 2021, and I labeled it to myself in June of 2022, May of 2021. So I started my affiliate marketing career, started writing about that. I wrote that the tech was giving me difficulty, and it wouldn't have if it wasn't for Naomi, Caitlin, Daniel, and May, who was my first accountability group. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have kept going. We were a crucial part in my success in my early days, my little bit of success. So here's the intention that I set for myself, and here's the goals I set for myself. I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to tell you why I am sitting here 6 months after I should have read this and have not achieved any of these goals that I set for myself. This was my intention. June of 2022, I will be a 2-income earner. I'm not 2-income earner. I have not doubled my monthly income yet. I do have my income from my brick and mortar. That's pretty stable and consistent. I do earn money with my online business. It is not double, so it's not the same amount that I make in my brick and mortar. So my income has not doubled in the year and a half that I set this intention. That there's many factors that contribute to that, and I'll hash on those after I finish reading this. I will be in my own home. Here I am a year and a half later, still living in a bedroom, sharing a beautiful home, but it's not my home, and I really need to work my ass off and get into my own home. I am working on being debt-free. I am actually in more debt now than I was when I wrote this, because I have invested in myself through courses, through coaches, through books and all that stuff. And it's personal loans. So it's put me in more debt than I was when I wrote this in July of 2021. However, I do not regret that. I've learned a lot of great skills. I've helped a lot of people, and it will take me to where I want to go. My business will be thriving and automated. No, that hasn't happened either. And I put that I will work on losing weight, which I haven't achieved. I've actually stayed the same. I originally had gained 12 pounds. Not quite sure how that happened. Probably eating when I was moving, basic science. When I found this, as I was cleaning out my stuff, to Colleen, 6/2022. Don't open until 6/2022. I had to sit for a while. Emotions flew out of me because a year and a half later, and I'm still not any closer to achieving any of those goals. So I had to take out a big red pen and I failed on this. This is going to go in an envelope, big envelope. I will be taking out pen and paper again, and I will be setting a goal. This big envelope will not be opened until January of 2024, January 1st. So here's why. Here's all the reasons why I did not achieve those goals that I set out for myself July 20th of 2021. First of all, during that time, I was recovering from the virus and didn't realize that my brain, I was affected the second time I got that virus so bad that my brain literally was not functioning the way that it normally would. And I didn't start to really recognize that I was having difficulties until like around September, October of 2021. And that was a big reason contributing to why I wasn't able to apply what I was learning, because it almost felt it was like when you're searching for a word and you can see the word in your brain, but your tongue can't find that word. And as much as you try to find that word, you just can't get that word out. That's what it felt like 2021. I got the virus in March. It took me like April, May, June. It wasn't until about June, so 12 weeks, that I had energy back. I could like breathe really well. Like I was really impacted. So when I wrote that, it wasn't with the fully functioning brain capacity. Not an excuse. It's a fact. I forgot to do my billing for my brick and mortar. I didn't have money coming in. I had to write myself a note to cook dinner. I would forget that I needed to eat. My kids needed to eat. Every single task I had to do, I literally had to write down, with the exception of taking a shower and stuff. But I had to do your laundry. Like I literally on the side right here that you can't see on this wall, I had a daily task that listed everything I needed to do, because I legit would not remember I needed to do it. So here I am trying to learn a new business. Here I am trying to learn new skills while my brain is not in the building. So I write that letter, July 20th, 2021, giving myself less than 10 months to pay off my student loans, save enough money to buy a house, and save enough money to buy furniture for a house. Yeah, not freaking gonna happen. Not gonna happen. But my brain thought so, because I believed all the things that I was being told in the programs that I started in, that very quickly I would be at that magical monthly number and earning all this money. My life would change. And like, I believed that. So I set myself an unrealistic goal, focusing on the end end goal and not realizing the daily actionable steps that were needed to get there. Now, again, I was just learning. So December-ish, 2021, my brain heals and I'm fully functioning. January of this year, I entered into a 4-week boot camp, re-kickstarted all the information that I had been learning. It was super validating. I discovered with my wonderful coach at the time, discovered that I actually had learned what I needed to learn. I actually had learned the language. I actually had learned the systems. I actually had learned how to use it and how to grow an online business. Super validating. So finished that, but it still just didn't quite feel right what I was doing. The messaging, the content, the building of my personal brand. It just felt like I was wearing an itchy wool sweater. Just didn't feel right. So it wasn't until June, a very dark month for me, was a terrible month for me. Spent a lot of time alone, spent a lot of time cave dwelling, spent very little time online. Like I just was, for many different factors, June of this year hit me extremely hard. So it wasn't until July, August-ish, so 4 months ago, that I finally embraced to bring all of my skills that I've had for over 22 years. So it wasn't until July-ish, August, was when we had the mastermind in Virginia with my coaches, Nate and Flip, the founders and creators of Group Juice. For those of you who don't know who they are and would like to check out Group Juice, just let me know. It wasn't until our one-on-one call at the end of June that I decided to embrace that. So spent the month of July working on what was that going to mean for my business, worked on creating the mastermind presentation I was going to do in Virginia in August, and really just started creating content around mindset and marketing and being an entrepreneur and having an online business, because I've seen so many people quit because of their mindset. And it's not just your business mindset that suffers, it's also your personal mindset, because it's one mindset. And you can continue to ignore everything you want to ignore and just keep plugging and just keep moving forward, but you're still going to feel like a piece of you is being lost or left behind. So aside from the fact of not achieving those goals that I set out for myself, which again, I didn't even remember writing that letter when I found it. Clearly I hit it good because I didn't find it until like last week. I wasn't clear on everything else that came with an online business. So when I wrote that letter, I was fixated on the end goal. I didn't have a solid daily action plan. At that point in time, I didn't even know what the hell that was. Didn't even know what that was. I was creating copycat content. I was mimicking what other people were doing, hoping that I would find the success that they would find because that's what I was told would happen. So naive, foolish, whatever that case may be, I believed in the product that I had purchased and I believed in their teachings. I believed in their guidance. So I did what they were advising people to do. And even on their weekly calls, they were saying, oh, just go viral. Just follow people that are doing viral videos, blah, 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 blah. So focusing on being debt free and having a house and losing and having lost the weight I want to lose. Those are my end goals. What is it that I'm going to do every single day to show up? So every single day I need to show up and I need to have conversations with people. I need to continue to go live. I need to continue to share my story. I need to continue to share who I am. I need to get these lives up on my YouTube channel so I can have that global reach that is my end goal. I need to be supportive of people online. I need to literally just keep sharing who I am is what I need to do. So the weight loss journey, that has been something I have been on since I was, I don't know, like 28, 29, so 20 something years. And that is simply, I just don't show up for myself. I don't go to the gym every day like I should. I don't meal prep consistently. I forget that I'm going to get hungry. So then I end up grabbing and making like a peanut butter and fluff sandwich or peanut butter and jelly. Not the worst thing in the world, but not the best thing in the world. I just don't show up for myself. So the big message here is, if you are not achieving what you want to be achieving in your business, you're not showing up for yourself. Bottom line, you're not showing up for yourself. I have to make a pivot. I have to start doing something different because what I've been doing is not doing enough for my business. So I need to take a good solid look at how I'm not showing up, how I have to show up, how I want to show up, and start showing up for myself, for my business, for my future, for my house, for my debt free, for my kids, for all of that. And that is going to have multiple layers to it. I have to start, for anyone who's watching this that may be an introvert, this will make sense for for you. And this is going to be counterproductive for online business, but I have to find a balance. For anyone who is watching this who is an introvert, so for someone who gets drained and exhausted from too much socializing, that could even be too much consumption of things that are movies or video or noise or talking. Like, it doesn't even need to be, for me anyways, it's not necessarily just in presence of people that I get drained, which is why I probably don't watch a lot of TV, because it's draining to me. This week is school vacation, and my children are my left and right side of my heart, but I will be exhausted from spending time with them this week just because of that introvert within me. So don't regret it, but I will be tired next week. It'll take me a few days to recover. Not to mention the Christmas party I went to, which was amazing. Had such a great time. My daughter's boyfriend's family invited us, and we had so much. I met a lot of new people. We had a lot of fun. But that, then Christmas, then my kids and activities and all that stuff, I'll be exhausted. So for my online business, being an introvert for me is a struggle, because I have constantly this little inner bitch, this little inner introvert that says, nobody really gives a shit. Nobody cares what you have to say. Nobody cares that you know anything. Nobody cares. It's been proven time and time again. And this is where comparaitis can feel the same for me, is if I pay attention too much, which I don't, but if I did, and I share this because I know a lot of other people do, if you pay attention too much about what other people are getting for engagement, you can start comparing yourself. Like, oh my God, look at, they had 75 comments. I have 2. How come? Why are they better than me? Blah, blah, blah. So I have that constant little inner introvert that it's a constant current of self-doubt on nobody cares about your voice. Nobody cares about you. You're not important. People don't reach out to you. People don't keep you in their lives. People don't value your friendship. People don't care about you as you care about them. That's all of the undercurrents of my introversion, as well as life experiences. People have proven that to me, that I'm not worthy of maintaining friendships with, and I'm not worthy of being a daughter, and I'm not worthy of being a niece or a granddaughter. That has been proven to me. So when the foundation of people who are supposed to give you that don't, it's hard to trust that the rest of the world will. And I always say, other people and relationships mean far more to me than they ever do anybody else. So I'll leave you with this today. What you want, here's what was working for me. Let me start with this. Here's what was working for me. October of last year, I started working with a personal trainer twice a week. So here's what was working for me. I was waking up every day. I was going immediately right down to the basement. I was exercising 30 minutes. That's all I had to do. I was meal prepping on Sunday. I had all of my, not breakfast because I just do oatmeal and berries, but I had all my lunches made Monday through Friday. So October 2021, hired a personal trainer. I was meal prepping. I was putting myself forward. I was putting myself first. I was going for walks. I was going to the gym. I was meeting with my personal trainer twice a week. I was on point with my food, purposely eating, prepared, snacks, everything. Somewhere along the way, I stopped showing up for myself. I stopped meal prepping. I stopped making sure that I was taken care of. I stopped doing that. And everything has suffered for it. So here I am sitting December 27th in worse shoes than I was sitting in July 20th, 2021, that I set those unrealistic goals because I didn't have a really solid plan. And that's why I stopped showing up for myself. This ends. I will be starting to show up for myself again. I will be meal prepping. I will be getting up in the mornings. And look at this cool water bottle. It's a water bottle that I got in the Miami airport in October when I was coming back. And the only reason why I spent $7 on water that I'm just now drinking is because it's reusable. It's a metal water bottle and it's reusable. So I thought it was really cool. All of my other water bottles are big and they don't fit like really good in like my pocketbook or gym bags or whatever. So I just got distracted. But I will be food shopping for myself. I will be meal prepping for myself. I will be sticking to my daily action plan, my personal daily action plan. I will be following my business action plan, my business plan needs to pivot. Something needs to change, something needs to be added. Not quite sure what it is. I'm actually meeting with my coaches at 3 o'clock today. Something has to change. I'm either not doing something that I should be doing, or I need to be doing more of what I'm doing. Not really sure, but something has to change. See, the thing is, I certainly appreciate that a lot of people are afraid. I'm not afraid of sharing. It's just been conditioned within me to not share because of what I do in my brick and mortar business. So online business is very different, very different. And so I just have to remember to do it. I have to remember to weave in my personal story into things. I'll leave you all with this today. And starting Monday, if anybody is interested, I have a monthly subscription. It's a mindset group. If you're interested, let me know. It is extremely affordable, purposely against my coach's advice. And it is my goal to impact globally as many people as I can. So I wrote myself that note. My old one that I failed is in a new envelope. I will be writing a detailed daily action plan, what I need to do personally and professionally to achieve my goals. And I will be putting it in there. I will not be setting a yearly goal. I will be setting daily actionable goals. And I will be putting them in that envelope to be opened January 1st, 2024. So a year and 4 days. I will be keeping track in a journal. Start with this one. Isn't it pretty? I will be keeping track daily in that journal, my daily actionable goals and whether I achieved them or not. So that way, when I open that envelope a year and 4 days from now, and I look at it and my goals were not achieved, I'll be able to look back and find out why. Did I stop showing up for myself? Did I stop daily journaling? Did I stop my meal prepping? Did I stop all the actionable steps in my business? Did I give up on myself? I need to add several layers to what I'm doing, because when I was journaling daily. Every single day I would sit and I would write down. I don't journal what I eat because my daily meal plan is already planned out. I have three weeks of evolving meals that I was cycling through, which I will get back to. So I don't do a meal journal, but I will be logging if I did my meal prep, if I ate the food I was supposed to eat, and I will be logging whether I exercised that day. I follow Beachbody, which is a 7-day, 21-day fix. So it's a 7-day complete total body workout, and I love it. I had to quit my personal trainer, and yes, so that's what I would encourage you guys to do. I would encourage you guys to if you like New Year's resolutions, but take a look at even like the past 12 months of goals that you passively had or concretely had, whether you wrote them down or not. Take a look at those goals mentally or physically if you wrote them down, and be honest with yourself as to why you didn't achieve them. I didn't achieve mine because I didn't show up for myself 100%. Nothing else. Nothing else got in the way this year. Yeah, I was sick for 2 weeks, but that's just a little blip. I was sick for a week with the stomach bug. That was just a little blip. That wasn't last year when I was recovering from the virus and my brain was broken for 8 months. Take a good, honest look as to why you didn't achieve the goals you set out for yourself. And I will throw this out there. I have a very low subscription, monthly subscription to a mindset. It's going to be just a mindset group. I'll be going live once a week. And at the end of the month, we will have a live mastermind where it's done through Zoom. We all get on. We're all in the same room together. We talk, we share, we grow, we develop, we support, all of that stuff. So if anybody is interested in that, just reach out to me, send me a direct message. I'll send that over to you. You can take a look at it. And if it's for you, join. If not, that's fine too. But it officially starts on Monday, and it's going to be an ongoing thing. So it doesn't really matter when you jump in. It's going to be an ongoing thing. That's it for today, guys. Feeling a little exhausted today. I went and spent some time at the cemetery, sitting and chatting with my grandmother who passed away 9 years ago. The biggest loss of my life. She was my soft space, and I miss her every day. So take a look at what you want to achieve every single day for the next 365 days. That day starts whenever. Starts today, starts January 1st, starts January 30th, January 12th, whatever day you want to start it. What are you going to do every day? You can always add to it too. If you figure out that there's missing things that you need to add to your daily schedule, add them to it. Write yourself a detailed letter. Put it in an envelope. Pick a date that you're going to open it. Keep it somewhere that you can find it, that you remember you wrote it. Don't hide it like I did. And let's all get together this time next year and let's open those envelopes. Actually, that would be something cool to have part of my monthly subscription. That'd be something cool. So I hope everyone has a very safe New Year's. If you go out and celebrate, be safe, be smart, make good choices. I'll be staying home. We're going to be making homemade ramen, which I'm really excited about. That's what my son chose. We're going to do some homemade crab rangoons, which my daughter picked, and probably make a cool dessert. I bought them, my kids are 17 and 12. I bought them an ice cream maker for Christmas that they were really excited about. It makes ice cream, gelato, milkshakes, all that stuff. So they're really excited about that. So we're going to make some ice cream, and we're just going to enjoy this week together. I hope everyone got something out of today. I know it was very me driven. I warned everyone it was going to be last week. It was going to be deep. I want to end this year strong. I want to end this year sticking with my goals of sharing more and more of myself as I get on and do these lives, so that people know who I am, know what's important to me, know what my struggles are. That's it. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. I look forward to jiving with you guys all next week. I will talk to you all later.